These nurses saved people while off the clock. In 2023, this mom panicked after realizing her son was choking.
I looked over to my left and I saw the dad dart towards the noise. As he was running, I saw the look of terror and just despair in his eyes.
Cheris Putman watched the drama unfold at a popular restaurant outside Atlanta.
That's what caused me to jump up and see what's going on? Somebody's in trouble.
Cheris knew exactly what to do because the mom of 5 is a trauma nurse.
I just jumped in there and then I just started doing the Heimlich.
She gave the boy 3 sharp thrusts and the mint in his mouth popped out.
I heard him say, ow, and then look up at me with an angry face. And it was just so fast.
The family must have been so relieved.
They were. Next thing I knew, me and the mom were just hugging. It was just like a mommy to mommy connection.
In the fall of 2025, Candace Dodge and Dad Brian were at a Buffalo Bills game when his heart stopped beating. Jim Murray spoke to Candace.
He was gray and pallor. There was no sparkle, no life behind his eyes.
You must have been terrified you were going to lose your dad right there.
I thought I already did. It was absolutely my worst nightmare.
Candace's cries for help needed to be heard above the roar of the crowd.
Bill's Mafia started yelling, saying, "Help, help, we need help."
Nurse Danielle Johnson heard those cries.
I could see Brian kind of slumped over on the bench, grayish, didn't feel pulse, laid him down on the bleachers, and started chest compressions.
2 minutes later, Brian miraculously regained consciousness and was rushed to the hospital. The 68-year-old had no memory of passing out.
Next thing I remember was her saying, "Dad, can you hear me?" And I said, "Yeah." "Can you sit up?" "Yeah."
A guardian angel named Danielle is working on you giving CPR. You don't remember any of that?
I didn't know any of that.
Les Trent has more.
The next day, Candace was desperate to track down the hero nurse, but all she knew was her name, Danielle. So Candace made a plea to find her on social media.
It was shared 1,000 times, and Danielle had messaged me and said, "Hi, I'm Danielle."
Inside Edition got all 3 together for a reunion.
How do you hug someone that just saved your dad's life? How do you let them go anywhere but close to your heart?
I just couldn't wait to hug them both.
Brian presented Danielle with a special gift.
It is awesome.
In 2022, registered nurse Danya Topham performed emergency CPR at a softball game. She sprang into action after she heard someone yell, "Call 911."
I immediately looked out and I had that straight shot right down to where Darren was laying. And so I jumped up and then I just booked it out there.
Danya, who was still in her scrubs because she had just finished work, immediately began chest compressions on the field.
I don't have my doctors, I don't have my nurses, I don't have oxygen, I don't have medications, I had nothing.
When I got out of the car, Dana was on top of him performing CPR. And I could tell that she was tired, and so I took over CPR from there.
My eyes just filled with tears, and I was so just sad because I really didn't think he had a chance.
Then more help arrived. Paramedics used the defibrillator on 57-year-old Darren Ewell.
The doctor told me if I had my heart attack at any other place, including possibly home, I'd be dead. But I had it right there in front of a nurse who just barely arrived at the ball field, and she saved my life. You saved my life.
Every time I watch this video, I literally get teary-eyed and get kind of choked up.
Haven't played since my heart attack, so I'm pretty excited about this. She is my guardian angel because she saved my life, and I would love to give her a hug right now. Thank you so much.
In 2024, this 83-year-old man collapsed at an ATM. 15 seconds later, a woman arriving for work rushed into her office for help.
I immediately knew that through my office doors, I'd have access to some of the world's best nurses, and I ran inside and screamed for help.
Her colleague, Whitney Sinowitz, jumped into action.
When I heard Kaylee screaming for help, we ran it outside, checked for a pulse, which I didn't feel, and immediately started CPR.
Incredibly, the man's medical emergency was next to an office filled with nurse practitioners from Northwell Health on Long Island.
We're kind of used to it in a hospital setting, but this was a little shocking, being in an office where we don't see patients.
Nurse Samantha Meglovich took over chest compressions.
I got down, on the floor with Whitney to help trade off CPR because it is tiring.
Nurse Christina Farrell.
I ran into the office and grabbed the defibrillator, which was luckily in one of the rooms closest to the door.
She delivered an electric shock to his heart in hopes of restoring the heartbeat.
I have an ER background. I just switched off with the girls when they needed.
They revived him and paramedics arrived, thanks to these heroes who were in the right place at the right time.
He didn't have a pulse, so if no one found him, he would have died.
Thank you.
Daniel Greco and his wife Bonnie later met the team that saved his life as he recovered from triple bypass heart surgery.
It's a miracle.
I see it, and I still don't believe it. I don't know how you could thank people that saved your life.
It was so wonderful to see him, to hug him and meet him for the first time.
From 2022, at first, everything in this wedding was perfect, but then tragedy struck.
We're at a wedding and we think someone had a heart attack.
We're at a wedding and we had somebody go down on the floor.
Michaela Johnson was the bride.
We were dancing and I heard somebody screaming for the band to stop playing the music.
Anne Mercogliano has more.
By an amazing stroke of luck, the bride is an emergency room nurse, and many of the guests at her wedding were also professional nurses. They leaped into action, tending to the stricken man right there on the dance floor.
He wasn't the right color, he wasn't breathing properly, and so they went in and did a quick assessment and started doing CPR on him.
We got people giving CPR right now. We got a nurse on him right now.
Is he responding at all?
If he's responding, I got 911 on. He's not responding.
It was chaos, but like a controlled chaos among us as a group.
All these nurses were guests at the wedding.
He was having a heart attack?
Yep, he had a really big heart attack, a heart attack that they call the Widowmaker.
The venue had a defibrillator like this, which the nurses applied to his chest.
In your formal dresses, you had to get down on the floor and shock this man to save his life.
Yeah, this was very like a spur of the moment. Everybody just kind of jumped in.
It seemed like a very long time that we were working on him and doing CPR and getting shocked.
The team kept the guest alive until an ambulance arrived.
How lucky was this man to have your nurse friends at your wedding?
He probably wouldn't be alive today if it didn't happen at my wedding.
In October of 2025, ER nurse Nick Arreola saved a family of 5 from their blazing home, then took off before anyone could thank him.
The flames had to be at least 10 feet high. They were higher than the roof.
Nick saw the fire as he was driving home at 3 a.m. after he finished his shift.
I was just banging on the door and just hoping somebody would answer the door.
Nick roused the sleeping family and carried the youngest child out.
All I remember was like just escorting them as best I could, saying, "It's gonna be okay, buddy, you're gonna be all right."
Nick got the family to safety, but he disappeared before they could even get his name. So why did he vanish so quickly?
Do you have a phone? I don't have a phone.
Nick had forgotten his phone that day and was concerned about being out of touch with his pregnant fiancée.
I had to get home because I knew she was waiting for me at home. And she gets worried if I'm late because, like the drunk drivers and everything around that time, it gets kind of crazy.
Afterward, the family thanked Nick for saving them.
You're welcome.
He's such an amazing person.
Oh no. Oh no.
In September of 2025, an audience member suffered a massive heart attack during a Drew Lynch comedy show.
Is there a medic in the house at all?
Megan Alexander has more.
The heart attack victim is 83 years old, and it looked like it could have been the end. But then he got incredibly lucky. Why? Because in the audience was a group of nurses enjoying a night out.
CPR started!
Can we make a path just here so can we start to move some of the furniture?
Drew Lynch watched everything unfold. Then, good news.
He's waking up. Sir? Can you hear me? Okay?
The first responders carried the victim away to the cheers of a packed comedy club in Spokane, Washington. Lynch was shaken by what happened.
Can you guys give a hand to the people who saved that guy's life? That was crazy.
I've never seen anything like it. People were working together, so it was kind of like I was in almost like an operating room. It was actually the people in the room who they revived him just before the paramedics got there.
Richard Wendy survived the brush with death.
I feel wonderful, really.
What did you make of it when they told you what happened and how these nurses saved you?
I was amazed. I was amazed that somebody was right there and that had emergency room training. I would say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh no. Oh no.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.